You might want to go to your, you know, NeoStream community page. Because look, I don't know if you guys got this too, but look, a free legendary case. I just saw this and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Look, I got a white dragon. His name is Dreadnought. He's so cute. So I am going to pick up where I left off, but I'm going to try to just do missions that are for the event. So I'm not going to be taking them from the Caldari mission guys right now because they don't help me towards the event. Undock. I'm going. Hey, Disturbed. How you doing? Weather. We got 24 minutes. I need to try and do the timer on the screen so you guys can see it. Wonder if there's a way to make a timer inside of Mix It Up that actually ties to it. Dock it up, dock it up.
Drive active.
So, okay, so let's see. First item up for the agenda is, I'll do a pinned message for it actually. So I'm doing a giveaway on YouTube today. One of the giveaways will be on YouTube. It's going to be the Heretic Zidrine burn skin. One of the brand new awesome looking skins. Here, I'll show it. This is it. So this skin will be given away to one person that will be chosen randomly on the 1st of April. I will be choosing a random person from the YouTube comments on the VOD for today's video. So you just need to comment on that VOD after the stream with your IGN. You can say whatever you want, but just be sure you include your IGN for Eve. And I will randomly pick someone who does that between the end of the stream. Like, the stream has to be over for you to do it. So after the stream up until the 1st of April. And Caldari Prime Pony Club is the one who donated this skin along with some others. So that's part of the celebration. Cool skins. Been doing some cussing in 4 languages. Vendor delivered a faulty update to the standard code on Friday. Me and senior dev identified the problems, told the vendor exact lines of code that need fixing and why. Response, yeah, we'll get it done in 2 weeks. Was this close to telling them to suck my entire ass through a straw? Methinks you give them a little too much credit, okay? I'm pretty sure they can't do that, but yeah. Yeah, all right. Now that that is not done, but you know what I mean. Now that I've told you that, the next piece of information that was really interesting that I found, it has to do with Ashes of Creation. I don't know if you guys are familiar, and I know some of you are probably like, I don't care, it's not Eve, but I just want to tell you because it's kind of important to me and Snide. Snide got us the Alpha 2 and the beta access with the full game and all that jazz with like DLC stuff. Basically, he treated me, it was a birthday present like years ago, okay? When, you know, a long time ago. And the game, it's like, everyone's like, it was a ripoff. Everyone's like, da-da-da-da-da. Well, I just found today, I'm still in the Ashes Discord. And Steven, the guy who made the game, basically, he put out a very, it's pretty lengthy, but he put out a message. So Steven, the guy who, Steven Sharif or whatever, this is the guy who everybody's saying that he planned this all along and Ashes was a ripoff. And it's like, it made no sense because if anybody who ever actually got into the beta like we did, or the alpha, sorry, the alpha 2, like we did, you could tell it's not something that's half-assed. Like, they had put a lot of time, effort, money, people with a lot of talent had been working on it. And it was just like, wait, what is going on? Now I know what's going on, and it's kind of like, okay, there's still a chance that the game will revive. Seriously. I'm not kidding when I say that. You followed Ashless closely, so what was the message? Okay, now I will read the whole message, but I am warning you, it is a little lengthy. So if you don't care, maybe go get a drink and a snack right now. So here's what he said. Over the past month, okay, first of all, this was on March 5th. So this was like 2.5 weeks ago that he actually sent this out on Discord. He said, over the past month, many of you have noticed that I have been largely silent. For a community and team that I spoke with almost daily during development, I know that silence has been unusual and difficult. It was not because I had nothing to say, quite the contrary. From the moment this situation began to unfold, I made the decision that the place to defend my team, the company, and the community we built together would not be on Reddit threads, YouTube videos, or social media speculation. It would be in court where the facts matter and where evidence would determine the outcome. Last month, I filed a lawsuit in federal court in San Diego on behalf of Intrepid Studios' shareholders against Intrepid's board of directors led by Chair Rob Dawson and their affiliated entity TFE Games Holdings, LLC. I brought claims for breaches of fiduciary duty, violations of federal and state trade secret laws, and wrongful efforts to seize company assets, including its valuable IP, through an unlawful and manufactured insider foreclosure. My lawsuit is the result of Rob Dawson and his agents trying to dismantle the company I founded and built alongside our community, repurpose Ashes of Creation as a vehicle for their own enrichment, and shift responsibility for Intrepid's collapse onto me through an orchestrated public campaign. For more than a decade, I poured all my resources, including millions of dollars, my health, and my sole focus into creating Intrepid and Ashes of Creation. Despite this, I resigned from Intrepid on January 19th, 2026, because I was unable to prevent the wrongful decisions of the board, especially their plans to summarily fire the employees without their legally entitled pay and leaving them and their families without benefits and health insurance with little to no notice. Now I've been fighting on behalf of our community and team to protect Ashes from these bad actors who gained control of the board, went rogue, and abandoned both the company's mission and their obligations in pursuit of their own interests. Yesterday, we had our first legal victory with the federal judge in San Diego, where Intrepid is based, issuing a temporary restraining order against Dawson and his associates, as the court wrote in their order, quote, defendants Robert Dawson, Ryan Ogden, Teresa Fett, Aaron Bartels, and TFE Games Holdings, LLC, collectively the defendants, along with any of their agents, are enjoined from accessing, using, selling, distributing, or causing anyone to access, use, sell, or distribute the trade secrets of Intrepid. End quote. That's from the court document, which he actually attached as well. Temporary restraining order, U.S. State District Court for the Southern District of California, Sharif versus Dawson et al. I'll come back to that later because the judge's comments are very interesting, but let's start with how this all began. It's long, but it's important. You have the facts versus the lies and misinformation that has been spread about me and Intrepid. As alleged in the complaint from 2024, onward, the board deliberately restricted the company's access to operating capital in order to purportedly justify a foreclosure. The foreclosure was designed to shut down Intrepid and transfer Ashes of Creation to a new entity, TFE Game Holdings, LLC, affiliated with the board members. Conflict of interest. Sorry. The The board did this to enable Dawson and other board members to control and sell the product for their own benefit while cutting out Intrepid's long-term shareholders, lenders, employees, and community. The board also tried to divert revenues owed to Intrepid to the new entity while disregarding clear creditor rights. I alerted the primary lender of this wrongful plan preventing bank fraud. Let me be clear, I have received none of these revenues myself despite lies stating otherwise. The board was also behind the termination of all Intrepid employees without the protections that they were owed, including pay and benefits. I strongly objected to and opposed to these decisions, along with other senior leadership at the studio. On January 19th, 2026, I resigned from the board when it became clear that I could do nothing to prevent the board from its chosen course. I'm now fighting to protect Ashes of Creation from a board that abandoned the company's mission and acted against the interests of its employees, investors, and community. Yesterday in federal court, so this would have been the 4th of this month, in the Southern District of California, intervened and issued a temporary restraining order blocking TFE and the current board from accessing or interfering with the company's assets and critical services. The order preserves Intrepid's assets and prevents further disruption from any of the people that were listed. He names their names and their agents. The court's intervention underscores the seriousness of the issue raised in the complaint and ensures that the company's assets cannot be further harmed, dismantled, or transferred. Judge Lopez wrote in the order granting temporary restraining order, quote, by showing that TFE acquired the trade secrets materials through an unlawful Article 9 foreclosure, plaintiff has shown misappropriation through wrongful acquisition. Unfortunately, the damage caused by the board's actions has already been severe. A company that had spent more than a decade building a game and a community was abruptly shut down, employees were terminated without pay or benefits, and years of work were thrown into uncertainty. The impact on the people who dedicated their careers to this project and on the players who supported it cannot be overstated. That's absolutely true. 100%. I mean, we'd already lost so much faith in gaming studios, and everyone kept saying, oh, Ashes is also going to be a ripoff, blah, blah, blah. And we're just like, but it makes no sense. It doesn't follow any of the normal, like, telltale signs of that. Yeah, I'm still upset with him too. He did act like there was no board. But at the same time, I don't know at what point there was a board. I don't know when the board showed up. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, here, just to continue the rest of his message. I'm now fully committed to holding the individuals responsible for this tragedy accountable and preventing any further harm to the company or its assets and making the team and the players whole. What was done to our community and to the team who poured their blood, sweat, tears into making Ashes was unconscionable. I recognize something else that has been difficult for many of us to watch over the past month. Ashes of Creation has always had skeptics and critics. That comes with attempting something ambitious in a space as challenging as MMORPG. But the past several weeks have felt like a victory lap for many of those skeptics, people celebrating what they believe is the end of a project they doubted from the beginning. What makes that narrative especially frustrating is that the project itself was demonstrating real momentum, real value. As outlined in the complaint, this is precisely why Dawson and the board took actions to steal the main asset, Ashes of Creation, from Intrepid. When Ashes launched early access in December 2025, the response from players dramatically exceeded expectations. The game generated nearly $9 million in gross sales, reaching roughly 300,000 monthly active players, and had approximately 400,000 additional players on the wish list and millions of registered accounts. Most importantly, the game achieved an approximate 76% peak concurrent user retention rate in a 30-day period, a statistic that is extraordinarily rare in the MMORPG genre, particularly for an early access environment. Both before and after the unnecessary and unlawful shutdown, in furtherance of their plan to steal Ashes and discredit me, Dawson and related individuals began working to shift responsibility for these decisions onto me. The misinformation and false narratives being circulated by the board and proxies like Jason Karamanis must be answered with the facts. I categorically deny accusations suggesting that I mismanaged company funds, caused the company's shutdown, or engaged in any misconduct. Those claims attempt to rewrite the events that actually occurred and divert attention away from the decisions the board and its cronies made. The truth is that I refused to participate in actions I believed were unlawful and destructive to the company, its investors, its employees, and its future. Since the shutdown, I have been fighting as hard as I possibly can in court to show that the board's actions were wrongful and to fight for the rights and interests of developers, shareholders, and the player community. There's also been significant speculation online about how Ashes of Creation was financed. From the beginning, I said that I was personally financing the project, and that statement is accurate. Much of the capital provided to the company came through lenders who extended financing to me by personal guarantees and collateralization of my own assets and equity. The risk was mine personally. If the project failed, those obligations did not disappear. They were my responsibility. I put my own financial future on the line to build this project and keep it alive for as long as possible. As this case progresses, the broader backgrounds and histories of the individuals involved on the board and their prior litigation history will also come under scrutiny. Some of the people responsible for these decisions have previously been involved in other legal disputes describing similar tactics and conflicts as the one they created here with Ashes. Those records will become part of the broader story of how this situation unfolded and how the board approached its efforts to take control of the company and the game. The court filings on the record now are only the beginning of the information that will emerge in this case. Internal communications, board records, financial documentation, and other materials will be an issue as the litigation progresses. Those records will provide a far more complete picture of the decisions made, who made them, and how the events leading to the shutdown of Intrepid actually unfolded. As the court put in their order yesterday, quote, the court finds the balance of hardships tips sharply towards the plaintiff, towards Sharif. Filing this case in federal court was not a step I took lightly, but it ultimately became the only path left to bring the facts to the open and seek accountability for for what has happened against the responsible people. The court's initial order preserving the IP underscores the seriousness of the issues involved. What has been most painful to watch is the attempt to rewrite the story of this project while the people who actually dreamed it, worked for it, built it have been pushed aside, in my case, threatened, defamed, and unfairly blamed. Ashes of Creation was never just a corporate asset to flip. It was 10 years of work by hundreds of developers and the belief of a community that helped bring it to life. What happens next will ultimately be decided in court, but I will not allow the work of hundreds of developers and the belief of millions of players to be erased by a small group of individuals who attempted to take control of something they did not create. As we started to see in San Diego federal court yesterday, those responsible will face real accountability. Sincerely, Stephen Sharif. And then he also linked the PDF of the court documents. Pretty interesting shit, dude. I seriously was like, we're never going to see Ashes. You know what I mean? Like, I just thought we're just not going to see Ashes. And I think most of us did as soon as that happened. But I think there's still a chance. And supposedly the servers are up sometimes still. According to people that are in that Discord, sometimes it's still up and they just hop in. I haven't tried, but yeah. The people who quote own it now, they can't do anything with it. So it's just sitting there. You know what I mean? So it's just sitting there. It's like kind of in a weird limbo state. But yeah, no, it would be really good if it ended up getting revived and the lawsuits end up bringing to light some assholes. How many games have you guys seen that the creators are like, we're not going to have microtransactions, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that, and they seem sincere. Like, I'm serious. Like, there's no micro expressions giving away that they're lying. They genuinely seem like that's what they want. That's their hope. That's their dream. And then somehow, at some point, some company buys them out, and then boom, now it's microtransaction city. And if that's what these people have been doing over and over again, and it comes to light, it might bring light to some other games where we've seen that happen. Anything EA. You guys are so funny. Anything EA. Yeah, we're not going to have any microtransactions. Bam! Microtransactions out the ass. If the companies that got control of the game, the original concept of Ashes is that... No, Barnaware. Did you not hear the whole message? Did you not hear the whole message? Okay, cool. All right, so right now I need to do this mission here. It's a really low level one, but it doesn't matter what level it is as long as it's the right type of mission giver. It's got to be a Galinti mission giver person. Any space will do, but it has to be a Galinti mission person. Yeah, you're welcome, Crab Macaw. Yeah, when I saw it, I was just like, it was very lengthy, but it was, to me, it was, I don't know, it was hope. It was a little glimmer of hope that the game might still come out. Because if the courts have already ordered that they're not allowed to do anything with it right now. They have to wait until everything's over. So they've been frozen for the assets. They've been frozen for literally all of the intellectual properties of it, everything. So they're not allowed to do anything with it right now until all the court stuff's done. So, yeah. Yeah, a bit of good news. Definitely better than nothing, right? Up until then, it's like all we knew is that people got fired. But from what he's saying, and if he can provide proof that they were planning to do the firing and all that shit the way it went down before he even stepped down, he just didn't want to be part of it because they were going to do it anyway. That is definitely a whole other can of worms everywhere, you know? So, you know, if there's bad guys, we're going to get them. Bad boys, bad boys. Okay. All right. I'm going to head over. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have bought some more ammo. Wants to know where Snide is? Okay, so Snide hung out with me yesterday, but today he is working more on the game stuff. He is very hyper-focused and determined to get more done on it. He said if he starts, you know, like if his head starts hurting from too much, you know, pushing himself, that he would let me know that, yeah. So he might join later. We'll see. I don't know. We will see. Finish the track, you're just mining for the repeatable now? Really? You finished the track, are you gonna try and get all of the things done? So you can get 2 of the... I forgot what they're called. What you use the favors for. The political fee. I was looking to see what I could do. I was thinking about maybe playing some Witcher 3 later, because before I activate it, because it has Witcher 3 interactables. Here we go. So you guys would be able, if you wanted to actually affect my gameplay, so that, but I'll start the chaos tricks for you. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
Poggers.
Oh, more people to kill. Poggers! I love that. I love that show. That's from Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. So cute. Snide says that girl that's wearing that yellow crap, the yellow weird thing, that she's my spirit animal. So if you ever want to know what I'm like all the time, then just watch that show. I am Clara, basically. Okay. Oh my god. A Pandelope. Oh, Pandelope says that the water went everywhere. It scared you too? And chaotic. Don't feel bad, guys. Just like it was in your face, that was Chaos Tricks. The Chaos Tricks goes on my game stream. So it was literally like in my face, like making me jump. It wasn't over on my Streamlabs, like Pangea. Seriously. Fucking scared the shit out of me. I have a feeling. Oh no, I have him. I have him already. Okay, okay. Okay. Really? Fuck it. You asked me how the event's going when you're scaring me? Really? I'm giving you the side eye. Really? You're like, what? I was totally innocent in my, you know, intentions. Bullshit. Oh, speaking of bullshit, I got another game. Actually, I got a bunch of games. Want to see? So the Resident Evil games, they're all on, not all of them. Most of them are on sale for a lot off. We're talking like 75, 80% off a bunch of them. So I might have sort of got a bunch of them. I didn't get any of the ones that were either like a low sale or no sale or whatever, but I did get these. Ah, Z, I'm sorry. Why I have to show you that? I have to have lots of scare. People, for some reason, love when I'm scared, so it behooves me to get scary games. I also got Liar's Bar, which is why bullshit made me think of... Our friend Poopy was like, oh my gosh, Liar's Bar is hilarious, blah, blah, blah. So it was really cheap. It was like $3 or $4. So I went ahead and got that for me inside. I also have Hitman World of Assassination, so I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching me play that. It looks like it's play for free now until like 2 more days. If you guys are interested in that, then let me know. And then Witcher 3 I have, which has the interactabilities with the Chaos Tricks too. So, you know, putting that out there. Behooves, what's your connection to the Green Suit Mafia? LMAO. You're so silly. You're like, I'm gonna have to pick those up now. Yeah, I'll show you what I got. Because there were some combo thingies. Hold on. Before you actually get anything, I'll show you the ones I actually got. Actually, I don't want to show anything that's... So this is what I got. I got Raccoon City Edition. That one included 2 games in it, plus a DLC. And then I got the Resident Evil Deluxe Origins bundle, because some of them, there were games that were separate, and then there were bundles that had extra stuff, and I ended up getting that, and then Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 I got individually. Yeah. So, I always love seeing this. Look at this. Aw, yeah. So Z says, I think I've done every L4 mission I can at my station. Not 100% sure, but I'm starting to only see duplicates. Ha. Safe to say the nerves are completely gone by now. Yay! That's so good. Crab and Craw is like, I like how you celebrate. Well, the more generous people are to me, the more generous I can be. So, in this case, these giveaways for today's stream were courtesy of, for the special giveaways, were courtesy of Caldari Prime Pony Club. Including the YouTube one. The Heretic one. Yeah, I almost missed my, I almost missed this celebration. Because, I just happened to notice it when I was looking through statistics for the stream. And I was like, wait a second. What? Affiliate 6 years ago. Sweet. I was like, excuse to party. Woo. Oh, I forgot to get the little doggy set up. So basically, whenever Snide's not on, there's going to be a little doggy on the screen. That is the Lily Dog. If you're a part of the Discord, then you should recognize the little Lily Dog logo with the little doggy face. Well, we sanctioned a lady to make, or a person to make, interactable channel pet. So basically, you guys will be able to do channel points, use channel points to do things to interact with him, and he's super cute. But I forgot to actually add it to the stream. Okay. Evil clown. What? Okay, so the game, as of now, the name is... I don't know if he's going to change it or not. But for now, the name is... Dropbound. I told him it would work because we could be like Dewdrop. The characters would be like Dewdrop, Ember Drop,
docking permission requested.
Bark Drop,
Docking request accepted.
Rock Drop. I don't know. You get the idea, right? But the reason I wanted to call it Dropbound is because it would be Snide's first full game release once he's finished with it, and I'm like, it's bound to drop, right? Dropbound. Anyway, I just figured that'd be like multi-use. It was my idea. I don't know if he liked it very much, but anyway. Let's see. Think the event is worth doing for a new player? I guess I should throw a Kestrel together and go knock out lower level missions if it's worth the time, lol. Yeah, it can be worth it. It really just depends on you. So, the things that you can get, guys, what is it that you can get with the favors? I forgot. Some modules. Some, I think, expensive modules. You can also get some skill points. So you can get 25, 75. Snide! Yes, a PC game. Yes, a PC game. Totally. We're not doing mobile trash. Not that we won't ever, like, maybe make a phone variant of a game that's, you know, that you guys really like if you really want a mobile version, but no. He wants to focus on, like, higher quality, you know. Because mobile just tends to go the route of, like, microtransactions and all that shit. Kata Eve. Yeah, but Kata for a new player? I mean, you can always say yes to skill points. I will say the amount of skill points is pretty sad, but you can get 50 plex. You know, there's 50 plex. Officer mods, that's right, officer mods. Thank you. Yeah, plex doesn't hurt. Plex doesn't hurt, that's for sure. I'm doing it because content and because I like having a goal. I like having a goal. This is why I don't understand why Eve doesn't have achievements and rewards for achievements in the game. People could say, oh, well, air career program is achievements. It's not really achievements, not really. I'm talking actual achievements, like real achievements. Things that you can really work towards, not just like checking off, trying things out, and you know what I mean. Oh no, you saw a guy get ganked with the political favor? Oh my god. Did it get destroyed or did it drop? Wouldn't that suck if it got destroyed? What a waste. Finding a goal in this game can be difficult. Well, and honestly, for MMOs, achievements is kind of a staple, you know, to maintain player replayability and stuff. Because frankly, the same play loop gets really boring over long periods of time, especially for newer people, especially for younger people, you know, younger than me for sure. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to mix things up. You got to switch it around and you know. And fuck is like, see, I don't always jump scare you. Okay, so I feel like you didn't jump scare me that time just so you could say, see, I don't always jump scare you. Ah, 40 of it got destroyed. Yikes. He's like, for sure, as someone with 30,000 hours in WoW and another like 10k in Guild Wars 2, I definitely understand how achievements can keep someone logging in. Yeah. Oh yeah. For me, it's ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. I love achievement hunting. I don't even care if all it is achievement points. I'm like, I love seeing things get checked off the list. This is my favorite looking of the buses, though. I don't remember. I was watching somebody. I think it was yesterday's raid target. Chaos, Chaotic 15. He asked what the buses were for. I was like, they're party buses. I mean, look at the shit on them. Warp speed and warp acceleration, interdiction nullifier, you know, reduction in cloaking devices CPU requirement. You can fit covert ops on it. Interdiction nullifier. What better is there? This is basically a get away from the popo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a party bus. Oh, we're totally not drinking on this bus. That is Flippin' Scram, some nerd and Jita bus. Basically, you could be the one who holds him down while someone else beats him up, right? It's the big guy that you're like, hold him for me while I punch him. I never did any of that stuff. I'm not a fighter in real life, but you know, in games, yeah, baby. Point me to the location of the biggest problem, and I'll take care of it. Scam, lil, not scram. Scam, what? Oh, flippin' scam some nerd in Jita. Oh, you're saying basically sell it to some dumbass. I mean, some people like to collect stuff. And sometimes people are so rich that they'll buy something just because they're curious. Not because they actually think it's worth it, but because they're like, I can. What else am I going to do with all this money? Because there is no endless end game goal in EVE. Like in ESO, the reason that people don't give free stuff away to people is because there's no end to how much shit you can acquire, accumulate, and show off. Because they're constantly adding more stuff to decorate, like housing stuff and whatnot. So all of that stuff is constantly being sought after. For example, I'm a crafter in ESO, and I love being able to craft as many housing items as I can, decorations. And some of them are really cool, like really fucking cool. And you just need the materials for them, but you also have to have the plan for them. The plans sell for a lot. A fucking lot. Some of them are very expensive. And I'm telling you, I've spent a lot of my fortune in ESO. I'd be a bazillionaire in ESO, probably a trillionaire, if I didn't do any crafting. I'm pretty sure I would be a trillionaire in that game. And to give you some sort of like comparison for EVE, millions for EVE is like thousands for ESO. So move the decimal point over a few times, and it's like a equivalent. It would be like a quadrillionaire in EVE. But I love it, and it's like, oh, you want this? I can make that for you. Because I fucking, either I grinded for the plan to make it, which playtime, and I didn't give a fuck how boring the playtime was because I was determined to get the thing I wanted. And then if I got enough gold and drops to pay for it, then I would just buy it from somebody. I didn't care. There's a lot of meme collectible items in EVE that go for billions. Yeah, but that's just goes to show you that it's missing. It's missing that sort of actual, like, functional stuff. Because clearly there's a desire for it for people, and they even will go after shit that is totally worthless. You can't do anything with that shit. You can't even really show it off, not properly. There's nowhere to display it. Where could you put it to show people? Be like, look at all my beautiful things. Look at my shelf of amazingness, you know? No, there's nowhere to put it. There's nowhere. They don't have a proper way to show shit off in this game. They need a way. We want to show off our shit. We want to show off your shit. CC, please give us more ways to show off shit and more stuff to show off. So I'm saying people be like drooling over that shit, okay? And why is that, Morty? That's because it's an MMO and you can easily show all that shit off, right? People in MMOs want to show off shit. Otherwise, you would just be in a single player game. Oh my god.
Well, since you're ignoring me in your chat, how's the keyboard? Is it fine, or do I need to fucking go and get you a different one?
It's okay for now. I'm gonna order whatever one I want. Probably the same one I already have. If it doesn't dry properly.
Oh yeah.
I really like that one.
Yeah, well, if you liked it so much, why'd you have to dump water all over it? Huh? How about that?
I didn't dump water all over you, goofball.
You're like, you know what? Take that, keyboard. Leo's like, I heard it. And I was like, she was washing it. Yeah, she was deep scrubbing it.
What was that? What were we watching? And they were like, they were cooking. They were like, they were rage cooking, basically showing people stuff that would make them rage online. And they were washing something.
Okay.
They said they had to wash or clean something before they cooked it. And they were using soap. And it's like, obviously that's not what you're supposed to do, but the comments section on those types of videos is unhinged. Watching a game console, seeing that one. Likely a cast iron pan. Yeah, cast iron. It wasn't cast iron. It was food. It'd be like, it said I have to clean the meat before, like if you have a whole animal and you have to clean it, like get the guts out and stuff. And it was like that sort of a thing. It was the food itself that they were quote cleaning. It wasn't what I've just said, but it was that sort of idea. Autonomous is only here for you. He says I suck.
Back for Snade. Well, don't worry, Snide's here for you too, Tom.
Yeah, he only came back for you, Autonomous, not for me. I'm chopped liver.
Don't you forget it. I'm just making my terrains. Making my terrain right now. Painting fast.
So I'm curious, has anybody ever done, what was the train ride you wanted to do? Was it across the states or was it somewhere else?
It's across the states.
There's a train ride. And it's not to be confused with the long black train. The line. Not that one. But if anybody's ever done that train, like one of the train rides across the states, like on those really fast trains, what did you think? And if you haven't, then that's...
Oh yeah, soap and water on the cast iron. Bruh, who doesn't put soap and water on the cast iron? There's nothing wrong with doing that. That's how you fucking clean that shit.
Yeah, you gotta get all the oil off. You don't want any oil to bake onto it. Don't do that. Bad news.
Warp drive active.
The US has no fast trains. Hey now. Just because we're centuries behind in our public transportation doesn't mean...
Yeah, I don't want them to be fast. I'm there for leisure. I'm not there for...
We don't want a bullet train. We just want like a fast train, but not like a super fast train. We still want to see the sights. But we don't want it to take 2 weeks either, So that's why I meant by fast train. I didn't mean a bullet train. So that would be pretty cool, but also terrifying. In my head, I'd be thinking, what if something goes wrong? You're going really fast. Everybody's dying. Seriously. I'm definitely a worrywart. Yeah, the journey's half the adventure. Bullet trains are great if you have to commute, though. Anybody want to sit there and enjoy the sights when they have to commute? Sadly, the fastest train in the US is 260 kilometers an hour versus 603 kilometers an hour of the Japanese Lev. I want to go on the Hogwarts Express at Universal. I also want to, you know, be a student at Hogwarts, and I want to learn magic. We can't always have what we want, though, right? At least you have, you know, things you want that are within your grasp. They cannot do the magic. If they have to watch commercials, can't they still see the chat? Oh my god! Yep. I was just making sure we weren't giving an unfair advantage to people. That was terrifying, dude. What is that? A person made out of hair?
No, it's my wife. Be nice to her.
Yeah, there's no commercials on YouTube. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're a troll. Oh. Fuck it. I don't know. I've learned something from these jump scares, though. I've learned that you guys like when I get scared. So, I got those Resident Evil games, and I've decided I'm gonna have I'll have a horror night, or horror day, or whatever, horror stream day. Try to have a horror stream day every week. And actually, I don't know, progress in these scary games. When it was October, me and Snide did, we did several scary games, but I do think that it should be all year round. No, you don't. Methinks thou dost protest too much, monsieur.
Warp drive active.
Resident Evil isn't that scary? Well, it doesn't have to be that scary, bro. Go Kid, have you been here long? Dude, have you seen these jump scares? They've scared me, and it's like the 20th time I've seen them. It doesn't actually have to be scary. It just has to scare me. What was that one game I played last October? It was so creepy. Mortuary's Assistant? Oh my god, that was so creepy. R2-D2! He's so cute. Thank you for the R2-D2. He's so super cute. Jay Breezy! Night Vision! Dun dun dun! I kind of want to play... I think I also want to play Witcher 3 soon. I might play Witcher 3... Like, I might play Witcher 3 tomorrow. So, if you guys are down to watch me play some Witcher 3, there's... Chaos Tricks has interactables with that, so you guys can, like, help me or you can hurt me. Please don't hurt me. For those that don't know, the cat is actually Fuckett's cat. So at the very beginning, like, it's still for just a moment. That's his actual cat. That's a picture of his cat. And then I took the image and fed it into ChatGPT, into a different AI, and then told it some things that I wanted it to do in general, and it came up with that. And there's lasers now coming out of every orifice of that poor cat. But it's very mean, so we have to slaughter it. Oh yeah, Angel Extravaganza, So whenever we get an Angel Extravaganza, I'm usually like, Extravaganza! Because it's like, it says Extravaganza. It's kind of like when your boss says, like, I have an opportunity for you. He's trying to make it sound like it's appealing when it isn't. It's just a whole lot of spawning. Oh my gosh. Fuck it. Dude. That was diabolical, I'm telling you right now. Oh, by the way, the new season for Diablo 3. I know. Diablo 4 so why you play Diablo 3? Because it's better than Diablo 4, okay? There's a new season starting on Friday, I believe. Like the 5th or something like that. Or not the 5th. No, it's like the... I forgot. I think it's Friday, though. And... it's got stuff in it as rewards that we don't have yet. And the season. What was it? Oh, they were adding something in that, like new, like class specific set pieces, like they have in Diablo 4. They're adding it to 3. So, you know, if you want to play, you want to, you know, play with us, then just let us know. Okay. Video said hi, honey.
Who?
Video. They were like, is that Snide? Hi, Snide.
Whose video?
Video is new to Eve. They started playing because they know Spaz.
Oh. Hi, video.
I ain't trying to be super quiet or anything. I'm just focused on sounds right now.
Are you finding sounds for the game?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have 2. I'm gonna have you listen to and see which one you like better.
Okay. Fine with me.
Yeah, I looked in the chat and I don't even see video in chat. Are they on Kick or something?
No, they're on YouTube.
Oh.
Pretty sure they're on YouTube. Check. Yep. Every time they try to make a Twitch account, I can't remember what error it was giving them.
And I'm thinking the video is actually Spazology in disguise. That's what I'm thinking.
He's a master of disguise. Want to be a master of disguise. Oh my god, with that last comment, I'm thinking you might be right.
Because think about it. Logically speaking, okay? I've never met Video. I never even talked to him. Never acknowledged him, but he knew who I was.
Dun dun! I'm not turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Warp drive active.
The banners retract when it's cold. What? You are messing. You are messing. Yeah, that's a lot of space earrings. They do? When it gets cold, though. Oh, so in the warp they come in. I mean, that does make sense, because you guys have seen flags, right? When the wind beats the crap out of them for too many years, they end up looking like tatters. So I realize they're just holographs, but still. No, that's super cool. Thank you for telling us that. I love little secrets like that. I love it. And you said it's not a secret, but people don't necessarily know. So we're spreading the good news. All right. Thinking more like gentlemen's vegetables, but yeah, that too. Oh, I know what you were thinking. I know exactly what you were thinking, Caldari. There was no question in my mind. You're like Joey, you know, in Friends, when he's like, if you know what I'm saying. And they're like, Joey, we always know what you're saying. All right. Let's see. If you know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying. Heal, heal, heal. Alrighty. What are we doing? What am I doing? Yeah, so the my favorite of the skins that you sent, my personal favorite, is the Heretic Zidrine burn skin. Yes, this victory skin, I got it as a gift from somebody when pretty early on, because they found out that I liked teal. And this is the very first ship that has it that I've been able to fly. So I was so ecstatic when I realized, I was like, oh, what skins do I have for this ship? Because it's one of the fits for the burner missions. And I was like, oh, what skins do I have? And I was like, oh my God, I get to use a victory skin that I have. I was so excited. You're not a fan of the Heretic? Really? I don't fly the Heretic, so I wasn't ever even really tempted to take it myself. But it's beautiful, and I was staring at it a whole lot. So, yeah, that was exciting. I was very excited. I'm a firm believer that cosmetics can definitely be a game changer when it comes to games. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody's like, oh, they don't really matter. It's like, I don't know. There's something to be said for, confidence and just extra fun that you can't put a price tag on. Look at that. Look at it pose. Loves the camera. But yeah, the Heretic Zedrine burn skin is the one I'm going to give away to one lucky winner who comments on the VOD for today's stream before April 1st. So on April 1st, yes, I know it's April Fool's, blah, blah, blah. Caldari, I take cosmetics very seriously. I would never mess with somebody or try to make them sad because I was messing with them about a skin. Oh my God. For those that don't know, Pew Pew is our friend. We have known him since we first got to playing on PC, pretty much. We met him 7 years ago. No, I'm just kidding.
No, sounds about right. Yeah, you're talking... It's been some years.
Uh-huh. It's been fun, though.
Wait a minute, did we figure it out last year? Or last night? It was like 9 years or something?
Yeah, I think it's like 9 years.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So definitely before I was streaming at all.
Yeah.
And, yep.
Doesn't change the fact that you've been kicking some ass.
Oh, the ass!
Yeah. Affiliated, all badass and whatnot.
Someday we're gonna go down to Florida and go to... What's it called? Don't tell me. Universal.
Did you say Florida?
I did. I said Florida. I told them about you. I said you was a co-op because we were talking about jury duty. We were talking about jury duty, and I was talking about how I got out of jury duty one time because it was not a regular trial. It was for a grand jury, and so I would have been locked in for like months and I would have had to go in over and over and over like a long period of time because I would have been the grand jury, not just for one trial, right? So,
yeah, so
I was like,
my friend's a co-op, so I can't.
You're like, I know this one tool, dude. If you guys, no, I told them that I had a couple of instances in my life that were real, and I told them, I was telling the stream like it really did happen, where cops lied. Either on a report lied for personal reasons or lied just because they were going with the flow and they accidentally crossed their, information and made it obvious they were lying. And so, yeah, I got out of it pretty quick because I told them I can't trust cops. It's not that I can't trust any cops. I just really didn't want to be going back to the freaking downtown that often for that many months. I was like, no fucking, no thanks.
So like an ass. Like Lily doesn't like me anymore.
I know, right?
That's fair. I don't blame her.
Hey, F you, man.
Oh, Pew Pew.
Pew
Pew 3D printed a what's it called? A snitch for his wife because she is a major Harry Potter nerd.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I 3D print all kinds of dumb stuff just because. Also burn stuff on wood and have a like 30-watt laser, like alpha laser. It's crazy. Yeah, I do stupid stuff in my days off. You know.
Oh yeah. Okay, next I gotta spin the wheel for next. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, spin. Spin for me, spin for me. All right, next you got the ship skin wheel.
Caldari Prime Pony Club. Okay, that's a pretty fucking funny name.
Yes, Caldari is actually when I first saw his name, it made me think of, oh my god, what is that band's name? The ones that did Save a Horse Ride a Cowboy. Those guys.
It's a 2-name band. Big and Rich.
Yes, Big and Rich. Caldari's name always made me think of Big and Rich because of that song.
Well, the Pony Club thing is from I can't remember what her name is. Oh shit! I have to look it up. There's a girl that sings a song.
Found just followed on Twitch. Let's welcome him to the Lewidon Nation
I don't know
family.
if it's Big Pony Club or just the Pony Club. I think maybe.
Mm-hmm. See ya, Caldari. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, Caldari made a bunch of the skins in Eve. Like, he's the graphics designer.
Chapel Roan's the one that sings that song.
Pony clubs are a thing in New Zealand, Australia, UK, I believe even the US. Like pony
so
clubs.
You're not doing not the Chapel Roan situation.
Pony clubs are usually like snooty people. That's what I think of when I hear of a pony club. Like if it's a legitimate normal land pony club, you've got like the prissy fancy people.
Okay.
Yeah, horses that are 14.2 hands or less.
No, I
yeah.
get it.
I love ponies. They're cute.
So you know what 14.2 hands means, though, right?
Yeah, that's how they measure, is by hands.
Yeah, hands up. Okay, we got down. I was just asking a question.
I am ditzy, but I do
didn't
know some
actually
stuff.
just want to come in here and
You totally wanted to come
congratulate you
in
or
here
whatnot, but
and be
whatever.
like, I am a Pew Pew, and you are a Lily.
no, that's
What the
not
fuck?
That's not how it
Slightly different name. We actually named after a band that used to rent a room in my flat in the early 2000s, but slightly different name. Oh my gosh. That's so random. I did not know that about your name. Why do people call you Timbre? Because Timbre's nothing like Caldari. Prime Pony Club. Oh. Oh, it's not that one? You're like, what even is that link? I don't know. What even is that link? I don't know. But also, for on, I don't know how to say your name, but thank you very much for the follow. Where did that come from, sus? It wasn't me. I think it's Pew Pew. Pew Pew did it. It's all his fault.
No, I didn't. Wait a minute, what?
100%.
Whoa.
Hey, Contempo over on Kick. How you doing? What's up? Okay. Next. Did Next tell me what they wanted?
Hey.
Yeah, Pew Pew, you missed it earlier. I messed up. I made a boo-boo.
You mean a boo-boo? What happened?
Yeah, I accidentally hit my water and the water went sploosh and a little bit of it went on my keyboard and then the buttons weren't doing what they were supposed to do. So I had to get a backup
Splooshy
keyboard.
sploosh. Aw.
I've had that keyboard for a really long time. I'm pretty sure that's the first keyboard I ever got for my PC. So I think it's been like 9 years.
Oh, damn.
I've-
You use like no. I have to hook you up with some like good shit then.
No,
You
I
would
really like
Spend
it.
the money and get one of those ones with the Stream Deck built into the end of it.
No, that's so expensive. You know what I want though? I want the new one. I want the Stream Deck that has the knobbies and the 30-some freaking buttons. It's like pretty new. They just released it really recently. I want that one. really bad, but it's so expensive. I'm hoping at some point it goes down. Ooh, Kim, you won the giveaway if you do exclamation flame in the chat.
You talking about the Moby one or the? Oh, Galleon.
Oh, it's a stream deck.
Probably.
It's
The Galleon
here.
Probably when it's fucking $350.
Oh yeah, it's expensive. Oh yeah, it's expensive. But when I saw it, I was like, like drool was coming. Because
they make
people don't understand. Like
They make it like a cheaper version though.
No, it's just all the buttons. I have a stream deck. I have a stream deck, but it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 buttons. And you can
Well, I'm
hit
just
arrows.
talking about the keyboard that already has it built into it, or you want a separate one?
No, I just want to have. Well, no, the keyboard. How much is the keyboard? Because I feel like it's gonna be way more expensive than the keyboard I was gonna get to replace mine if it doesn't dry.
Like, if you want to get like a really good one, it's the Corsair one. It's like $350.
Oh my god, no. Yeah, no, my
Yeah,
keyboard was only like $30 to $45.
Yeah. So you could just have like
And
a
I love it.
regular bullshit keyboard, but just have your Stream Deck, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I have now.
Yeah,
So I've got the
Is that
Stream
what-
Deck.
Is that what you want? You just want like a bullshit keyboard? I mean, because you can get bullshit.
Yeah, the one that
I
I
mean,
want
you
is
got, like
this.
the,
I
what's
want the
Red
same one I
Dragon
had.
And all that kind of shit is actually pretty good.
I like this one. I'll tell you the one I have that I've had all these years. It's never one that anybody would ever recommend, okay? But I'm telling you, it's good shit. I love it because I like the mechanical keyboard, you know, and I like that
Yeah,
it has round
sure.
buttons like a typewriter, not the square ones.
Okay, I got you.
So I'll pull up I'll share the link to the one that I have. Just so people know what I'm talking about. It's like, it's not expensive. At least it wasn't when I got that one. But it's worked so well for so long. The only reason it just did that is because I'm clumsy.
Yeah, the problem is that those fuckers are like expensive as shit. Like, even if you just get like, I mean, you can get like a good like GSX mechanical or something like that. It's probably gonna cost you like $40, but it's probably gonna fail not too far after you start using it.
Yeah,
Those
there's a lot of
round-
them that are so
Those
expensive and they
round
don't
key
last.
ones are fucking. They're kind of hard to get that are good, in my opinion. But
Really? The one I told you I've had mine for like 9 years, and the only reason it just broke is because I am clumsy.
yeah, no, I get that part. I mean, you're still probably talking $100 for a decent one, though, right?
No, this one's a lot cheaper. I'm telling you. Hold on. I love it. It's got the RGB. It's got RGB, and I custom made the colors purple and teal for me. I mean, you know that after that, I'm just happy. Okay, like
Yeah.
order.
How much does it cost?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see. I'm looking at orders online because we got it from Amazon. Keyboard.
Ula has one that's like $50.
Oh yeah, this one was view your item, buy it again. Order detail. I
One has a magnetic palm rest too. So
Oh,
that's actually
okay.
pretty badass.
Yeah, no. With tax, I spent 65. This one was more expensive. I was thinking of the one before that. So no, this is the second keyboard I've had. This was 65. It was RK Royal Kludge here. Let me go to
Is that going to be the one that you buy again? Wait a minute. Do you need a computer, like a keyboard, or no?
I'm not sure. I have one I'm using right now that it's just like I hate it. It's our one of the backup ones we have at the house here.
But
It's
it'd be
a
nice
ergonomic.
to just have one.
Yeah, I had to have one because it happened during the stream, and I was like, I can't not have a keyboard.
Yeah, well, if you want one of those typewriter ones, just
Here, I'll show you the one that I got last time. Close you stupid thing.
I'll get you one if you just give me the stuff and the place to send it to.
You don't have to get me a keyboard, Pew Pew.
Well, I mean, I can.
Where's
It's your like my birthday party situation going on, so. And apparently Snide won't do it, so, you know, whatever.
Oh, he will. He's wonderful. He always backs me up. You know that, you stinker.
I know. I just giving him the business. You know how that shit works.
I put it in the stream chat, the one that I have
The Amazon
that
one?
happened.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
one I
that's
had
the one
before.
that's the one I was looking at too.
Yeah, it's worked great. I can't remember. Actually, I could tell you when we got it. It was 2023. There's nothing wrong with it. So, no, I was remembering wrong. That one was from July of 2023, and then the one I had before that, I could tell you the one I had before. It didn't have the round buttons. It had killer buttons. Oh yeah, the one I had before was super cheap. Super cheap. This one. That's the one I had first. So I had that one from 2000. I had that one for like 5-6 years, and then switched and got the other one.
Yeah. The other one looks like better in my opinion, but
Oh yeah, I know. I like the one with the round buttons. I love it. I've gotten so used to typing with it, and this one that's in front of me right now that I'm using as a backup, it's like the kind of it's supposed to be ergonomical, and so it's the kind that's the middle looks like a wave. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes up. It splits.
Split sideways kind of thing.
Yes, and like in the middle buttons, TG, and then HN are longer than they usually are. And my fingers are like, what the fuck is happening when I'm trying to type?
Because it's supposed to turn your hands out, which actually doesn't seem ergonomical to me. You would actually want them to turn in.
Exactly! I mean, it is like messed up. So messed up. Well, and everything feels weird about it because, you know, when you're used to a keyboard and then you get a different one and you're like, especially when it wasn't because you wanted it, it was because you had to. It's like, it feels weird. Like, I'm thankful that we had a backup so that I could have something to type with, because kind of hard to do this without typing.
Why would you want to turn your fingers out? Turn them in seems more appropriate, in my opinion, but whatever.
I don't know. Maybe they're like elbows out sort of a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but your hands are rested in front of you, right? And your elbows aren't trying to tuck in or tuck out. It doesn't matter where your elbows are actually. Like, it actually seems more natural for your elbows to go out, right? And turn your fingers in. So, yeah, I can't fucking hate those things. Everybody's like, oh,
yeah, video.
This is so good.
Video's like plus, oh, boss. Let's fight the boss! Exclamation join! Video says plus that has backlighting, which is cool. Yes, the backlighting. Oh, and the keyboard I'm using right now doesn't have any backlighting. And I have a, like, how do you want to put this? A little pedestal shelf that goes all the way around my U-shaped desk. And that's where the screens sit. And then I slide my keyboard underneath it to get it out of the way. Well, a lot of times I'll just stick my hands underneath. There's just enough room for me to keep typing without having to pull it out. But I can't see! I can't see! So I'm like over here feeling around on this weird wavy freaking keyboard. I'm like, get out here, you stupid thing. I can't see anything. Okay. Alright, so let's see. So Next said, I used to have one of those wave keyboards that split in the middle and then had to get used to normal keys. Yeah, I can see that too. Your older one looks somewhat like the Razer keyboard I got from Walmart when I went wired. Yeah, Snide ended up getting a Razer one, and I think he had another one, maybe. I don't know, but I really, really like... The one good thing about a regular keyboard is you can get these silicone fitted covers for them. You can't get that if it's like a niche style or shape, right? But those are really nice. I had gotten one of those guards when I worked at the IRS. I got one for my keyboard at work, which was fantastic. because I would always either exercise, like walk, or go to work out, or whatever on my lunch break and on my other breaks, and then I would actually snack while I was working, and I didn't want to get snacks in the keyboard, so it was great because it would cover it up, and if I accidentally spilled, like I did today, I wouldn't have to worry about water getting into. So that's the only bad thing about having like a special. Wait, waterproof? This one has 7 different lighting options, and did I mention waterproof? It's waterproof? Are you serious right now? This one says spill resistant. What about the other one? I'm like, clearly my methods for watering it were not, you know. Or lily proof. Yeah, maybe it needs to be lily proof. You were giving the keyboard a bath. Yeah, I know, right? I was washing it. Duh. I was giving it. It was a
He's
spa
like, this
day.
thing needs a spring cleaning.
Yeah, it was just cleaning. What? PBU, have you seen those videos where it's like they're cleaning something, but they're cooking? They're cleaning the food. And they're like
Yes.
trying to get people angry.
I know what you're talking about.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
it was
what they were cleaning? What were they cleaning?
the top of it was a stovetop thing, right?
No, it was like food. They were cleaning food. Like, oh, you know how someone says, oh, you have to
Oh,
you
some
have to
kind
clean-
of veg, probably, or okay. So I thought,
Yeah.
we probably watched different videos because the one I was
Okay.
talking about was like the lady was literally like cleaning her fucking stovetop while she was doing it. So, but my guess is that if you're cleaning something before you're gonna cook it or use it, it's probably some like veg or something like that. So, right?
I'm gonna see if I can find it because it was so bad. Cringe. I mean, like that'd be a cringe thing. It was a cringe thing. It was like they were clearly trying to get rage comments, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were using soap. Pew pew. They were
Oof.
using soap on the food, and they were like, "Yeah, I just had to wash
Okay,
my."
I've definitely not seen that. For sure. And now I feel very like sick to my stomach that somebody would
Washing
actually do that.
apples. Blue Gray guessed washing apples. I could use an apple. Just don't wash it with soap. Oh, here it is. Oh my god. I found it.
Get the fuck out of here! Did you really?
Yeah, I found it. I found it, and we're gonna watch it because you know, if I have to suffer, you guys do too.
Noise.
It was ground beef. Woman
Ugh.
cleans ground beef with dish soap before serving it to her family. You cannot tell me she's that dumb.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna watch it because it's gonna make me nauseous.
Okay, well, don't watch it. Just close your eyes. If you get
Okay,
nauseous
yep,
like
yep.
Pew Pew, then, you know, don't watch. But, yeah.
I don't want to ruin ground beef for the rest of my life, right?
No,
I'm
it
a
won't
ground
ruin
beef
it for
eater,
me. I
for
love
sure.
ground beef. She legit, like, put this on. Woman cleans ground beef with dish soap before serving it to her family. Washing it and rinsing off the soap. And then she showed herself cooking it. Legit. She was for real, dude. She wasn't messing around. She was like making those like low carb tacos. Tell me you're tired of cooking without telling me. I want to see hurry. one of
Okay,
these-
dinner is done. We have lettuce wraps or lettuce tacos. Let's try them.
Yeah. That was the video I was talking about. Like, it's like, I don't know though, because, you know, there are some very dumb people out there. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But that was the video I was talking about. That one. The beef. I knew it was food, but I couldn't remember what it was. Autonomous. Yes, but autonomous, you're an intellectual. We can tell that because you have the word curmudgeonly in your about me on your Twitch, okay? You can't just do a giveaway. You have a giveaway that makes you use your brain, okay? So you have to understand that there are people who need labels on things like this may be hot when you ordered a hot beverage, okay? You have to remember these things. I would not taste it. I would not taste it. That, oh my God. I can't even stand, like, let's say if you open the dishwasher and it wafts up the smell of dish soap or dish detergent, I'm like, we're running a rinse cycle.
Yes, baby.
Like, no, we're running a rinse. Blue Gray's like, stop, no. Very believable. That knife would make me relive trauma. What? Do not drive with sunscreen in place. See? You know they have labels for that shit. There's a reason, okay? No, I mean, if you were eating it, you would know. Well, not if you... I mean, I think if you rinsed it enough. She rinsed the shit out of it. I will say she did rinse it a lot. But... I don't know. I didn't look at her channel. I didn't go and, like, try and track down, does she normally do troll videos? I don't know. It probably is a troll video, but I do know there's also probably people dumb enough to watch that and be like, oh, wow, I've never tried, you know, doing that with my beef. Maybe it would taste better.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's also videos of people eating Tide Pods, and you're like, oh, let's have fucking Tide Pods. That'd be great. No.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on that. Oh my God.
Morons.
Yes, there are
It's okay.
dumb people.
You can just say morons. It's okay.
It's like, why can't they get the picture?
Don't care about what your race, religion, or sect is. It's fucking morons. Is what
They're
it
just dumbasses. They're
Yeah.
stupid. They are the reason that the song Here's Your Sign exists, okay?
is. Damn right.
Driving the kids to school. Okay, Kim.
Karens. The Karens of the world.
Oh, boss. Let's fight the boss. Okay, so video said chainsaw warning. Do not attempt to replace or adjust the chain when the saw is in use. It actually does say that. The one that we have a chainsaw and we have a hedge trimmer. They're basically like, it's like generally the same. Like, don't try to do maintenance while it's on. They have to say that. What kind of idiot would do that? Well, clearly there's some idiot that did it because that's why the warning is there. And Autonomous says, so much shit is fake on the net these days, you cannot believe anything. No, I totally get that, Autonomous. But what scares me is that it's possible that it's real. Like, it's possible someone's actually that dumb because I've seen people be that dumb in other ways. You know what I mean? In ways you're just like, what in the world was going on between your ears when you did that thing? You know? Autonomous says, remember when people were tricked into quick charging their phones to use the microwave? By using the microwave? Dude, I did not know about that. They use the oh my God. Oh, baby. Let me tell you. Zanetta, it's nearly as bad as the woman that used a laptop on her lap, even though it was overheating and it burned her legs, and that's why they got renamed. Are you kidding me right now, Zanetta? I did not know that. The kind that walks into a courtroom with a stump. I don't get it. People were sticking their iPads in the microwave. Do not charge in microwave. Oh my god, no. I did not know about that. Many people still think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Oh yes. Snide actually, this is one of the people that is that dumb. Snide used to work with when he worked at the grocery store when I met him. He oh my gosh. This girl was so dumb. She said she feels bad for the brown cows. And he was like, why? She's like, because not that many people buy chocolate milk. And he was like, what? Why would that make you feel sorry for them? And she was like, well, you know, because chocolate milk comes from brown cows. And I was like, I had to ask him. I was like, where does she think that the strawberry milk comes from? I don't remember what he said. If Snide's here, I don't remember what she said.
They came from the so you know how there's like the reddish brown cows? Often
Yeah.
called just brown cows
Yeah.
or red cows. That's where she thinks strawberry milk comes from.
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know, right? Go kid, pink cows. Yes, it's that was what I was thinking. I was like, it's pink cows, or maybe the cows, they fed strawberries to the cows. That's what I thought she was gonna say. But no. It's the reddish brown cows. Those are the ones that have strawberry milk. And
What
she was
the-
dead ass. Like,
Okay.
she wasn't playing. She really thought that. And she was working there, so you
Okay.
know she's not like 5, okay?
Okay.
So Snide was just having a good old time asking her questions.
Okay, so let me just ask a quick question. Are
Mm-hmm.
New York strip steaks are the cows all from New York, or what are we doing?
No! It's a style of the cut of the beef that they...
I know that. What I'm asking a question. If I was going to be as dumb as the other person, I'd be like, New York strip. I mean, that means those cows come from New
No.
York, right?
No, it's this cows that lived a very troubled life, and they had to work the streets.
So they're prostitute.
Yeah,
prostitute cows.
stripper prostitute
Yeah,
cows.
No, that actually makes total sense.
I know, Go Kid. Exactly. That's what Snide was thinking. That poor girl, her education system failed her. Like, how did she get that
Yeah,
far
I remember
in
when
school?
when she was telling me about that, I was like, you are so lucky you are pretty.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He told her. Because he's like, she was pretty. She was really pretty. But it's like, what does being pretty mean? People never tell you when you're wrong? Like,
You guys
What?
Met her in real life, or what?
yeah, that girl, he used to work with her. That's
Oh,
how we know firsthand that there are people that are that stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he just was like
Oh, I'm sorry, I
dumbfounded
didn't
when
hear
she
that
said
part.
it. She
That's
said
my
it.
fault.
She said it so randomly. Like, she, you know, like they were, you know, doing their registers, and she's just like, she noticed that tons of people get regular milk, you know, whether it be 1, 2, whole, whatever. And she was just like, I feel sorry for brown cows. And Stein's just kind of like, huh? And yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh my god.
Like,
So
what?
funny.
It's like, it's funny, but at the same time, that is a harmless thing, right? But like, what else does she think is true or think is untrue that
Oh,
is
yeah,
harmful?
That's a definitely different way to think about it, right? Like, this is just like a benign kind of thing. Everybody else
Yeah.
is like, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But what else do you think is like the shit? That could be some pretty dark shit, though. If you think.
Oh
about
yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, because like I think one of the animes that I was watching, it quoted he's always quote. I think it was the realist, Tower Realist, save the kingdom or from ruin or whatever. He keeps quoting like leaders throughout history, throughout like Earth's history, even though he's been isekai'd. And he said it might have been him or it was someone else. No, it was Rimuru. Never mind. It was in that time I got reincarnated as a slime. He said, the thing you should really worry about is incompetent allies. Incompetent allies are more dangerous than incompetent enemies, because if you have an ally and they're making decisions with you for stuff and they make a stupid choice, it could be deadly. But if it's the enemy, oh well, it's their, you know what I mean? Like, that's their repercussion. Because you're pew pew.
I don't know why anybody would be able to want to hear me. I am awesome.
I've been wondering that for a
I
while.
mean, I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I am pretty freaking awesome. So, but you know. it's okay.
Okay, man. That's how you feel.
This is pretty
That's how you feel.
I gotta finish doing what I was doing.
Nice
I got
win.
sidetracked. Got
Bro,
sidetracked.
we're like,
Guys,
we almost sleep together in different time zones. So don't even talk shit right now.
I'm trying to figure out when you and I slept together.
Oh, we have.
It's disturbing
In
if
my
you think
mind,
about
in
it.
my mind, I'm like,
Honestly?
"Snide dog.
I'm not
Ooh,
shocked that you slept with me in your
snide
mind.
dog, you're such a sexy boy. Oh god.
the video says that Pew Pew sounds like their grandpa. Blue Gray's like, what the fuck? Yeah, so let's just say
I
this
sound
is
like
what
my
happens.
grandpa?
This is what, yes.
Oh, goddamn. Am I
So,
supposed- wait a minute, hold on. Like voice wise, or is it like
oh,
like
that's true.
I'm the guy that just gives everybody the like.
That's
back
true.
end, like,
Yeah,
You
video-
do sound like you give everyone the back end. I tell you what.
Oh my god.
I've gave you the back end a couple times, so it's okay.
Whatever.
That's okay. Lily's aware that sharing is caring.
No, I don't share. I will cut a bitch. Okay?
Yeah, you definitely don't share. It's all good.
I don't share.
You know me.
It's not
I
as
just like
mine.
I like
But
to
he
talk shit.
is-
It's my.
But he is
like thing in life. That's what
he
I do.
is good at like rubbing your butt and like telling you you're pretty though. Especially like when you need it, you know.
Whoa. Okay. That's just his way of saying, "Can I put it in your butt?" That's literally.
No, he's not you, Pew Pew.
Okay. Hey, buttholes are like 9-volt batteries.
No.
You just stick your tongue to it at some point in time. That's just the way it works.
I know. And no, both. I don't want to put my tongue on a 9-volt battery and I don't want to do the other thing.
Yeah, but Snide does. He's all
No,
like, "Let me put that tongue on there, baby."
Oh my
He
god.
does.
He does not, Pew Pew. He
He
can do
does.
whatever he wants. He has germ
Except that.
issues and butts,
Except that.
buttholes are icky
I-
when it comes to germs.
I could if I wanted to, but no.
As long as you
I
don't call
have
them
any
an
desire.
entrance, but call them an exit, you can. Everything's fine. Everything's
Oh
fine.
my god, Pew Pew.
Everything is fine.
The chat's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
No, it's good stuff.
Bruce of
For sure.
Botswana? What? Who is Bruce of Botswana? Oh, are you answering the thing? You're answering the question. We need a soundtrack for this. May I suggest Marvin Gaye? Ooh, boss fight. Let's kill.
Actually-
Round.
They're actually not wrong. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what am I doing? Let's do one of the
Let's
special
get it
giveaways, guys.
on.
Want to do a special giveaway? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's from Toy Story. Like, he's like, to infinity and beyond. And then the commercial, when he's watching the commercial and he realizes he's just a toy and he's not like a real boy or whatever. The commercial, the guy said, the other Buzz Lightyear says, to infinity and beyond. And then like, there's the little voice, you know, because it's a commercial and it says, not a flying toy. And he's just looking at it like, so heartbroken because he thought he was real and he'd be able to fly.
Yeah.
And so every
It's,
time
Tim
I think,
Allen. Tim Allen
Yeah.
does that voice, right?
yep, and Tom Hanks does Woody.
With
I
Tom Hanks,
love
yeah.
those movies. They can make me cry every time. They know the freaking pull string things to pull to make tears happen.
Dip, 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 dip.
Okay, let's do the bio wheel first. Oh, if it came out of your butt, we don't want that one. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want it either. Let's see here.
Pew Pew does.
Pew Pew does
How
what?
did I know you were gonna say that, Side? How did I know?
Said if something comes out of Lily's butt, they don't want it. And I'm like, well, if it's coming out of a butt, Pew Pew wants it.
Hey man, I already talked about this. Buttholes are like 9-volt batteries. If you're gonna stick your tongue to something,
Oh
might
my
as well be a butthole, right?
god.
Nope.
No.
And
No,
then you just,
absolutely
like, stick
no.
it in just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, these have it's like an iridescent. Here, hold on, let me make this bigger so you can. It's really nice skin. It is a very nice skin. It's iridescent.
It's very nice skin. It's a brown eye. You're
No.
looking at it when she's
Pew
bent
pew.
over from the back. and
Bad
then
pew
you're just
pew.
like, nom 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 nom.
Oh my god. I'm glad that you and your wife found each other.
Oh, honey.
Uh.
I'm pretty sure that Snide is thinking about the same shit. For sure.
Oh my god. No, he's not.
No, I'm sure he is. He's like, hey, baby, bend over. Let me just nom 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 nom.
Let me tell you, Pew Pew,
Okay.
if
No,
he wanted anything, I would be willing to try it because I love him. He doesn't want to. I promise you.
Snide. If you
What?
don't fucking tell me right now that
Oh
you
my God.
never thought about that, I'll just fucking get off here.
I've never thought about it.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Bye. Bye, guys. Okay. Bye.
I'm dead. I'm dead. He says bye. That's a typical Pew Pew. That's Pew Pew for you. I can't believe it. I thought he was gonna come right back in and be like, I'm just playing.
He's still in here, woman. What are you talking about?
No, I
Is he-
know. It's so bad.
I knew it.
He
Hey,
did,
next,
he did that to
next.
gaslight me. He
Next,
knows
please.
what's going on.
Oh my
he
God,
knows
he's gonna miss
what's
it.
going on.
Go kid. Go kid. Go kid. You're the
You
winner.
fucking-
Come on, you guys. Winners are
You
being
gaslighted me.
chosen. Oh.
I'm not gaslighting anyone, bro.
Okay,
I
first
have
off,
no,
you
no
see how she
desire.
is so giddy about that, bro?
He's
That
not
means she wants
giddy.
you
I
to
know what he
do it.
sounds like when he's giddy. That's not it.
No, you were giddy. You're like, oh yeah, oh that's so horrible. Yeah.
That's because I'm streaming. Go
Somebody
kids. Like,
wants their
hey,
butthole licked.
Sup? No. no. I do like having a bidet though, but mostly just because saves on toilet
That's
paper.
exactly the same thing.
No, it isn't.
It is. It's exactly the same thing.
So
You're like, oh,
You don't
oh,
clean
that
yourself?
That warmness on my butthole feels.
oh my
really
god,
good.
I think Pew Pew wants someone to touch his.
No. But I do it to my wife all the time, and she loves it.
What's the difference? Pew Pew, explain to me.
Wait a minute, what's the difference?
Why the 9-volt battery for you but not for her?
Oh, I mean, in my experience, things can happen.
Oh my god. Blue Gray just clipped that. Oh my god, Blue Gray, why? That's it. Oh my goodness.
just saying.
I'm so dead.
Things
Okay.
happen.
But anyway, if you want to win this skin right here, this super
If
shiny,
you wanna
pretty
win this
skin,
skin,
it's not a foreskin. Calm down, Pew Pew. It's okay. Oh, we got to follow. Mama Bear.
1025 just followed on Twitch. Let's welcome him to the Lilidon
It
Nation
would
family.
follow right after we're done talking about
But
licking buttholes.
Mama Bear, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, listen. So
yeah, baby.
there's a clip on our YouTube. It's a short, you know, because that's what YouTube has. The short form. It is basically me and Snide and Pew Pew and Poopy. And Poopy, who is from like Maryland, so you know, East Coast, middle of the country. And Pew Pew is from the Panhandle down in Florida, right? And so I think I called it something like Maryland something versus Florida brain or something. I don't know, but it was freaking hilarious because Pew Pew got Poopy going really good. He was like, Poopy's like, oh yeah, you know, he's pretending like he's Pew Pew. He's like, yeah, you know, you're just going along and then, you know, all of a sudden you're wrestling an alligator. And Pew Pew, instead of confirming or denying it, he does that thing where people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a sensitive topic. He's like, look, I did have to wrestle an alligator. And Poopy is like, whoa, what? And he's like, yeah, so my dog was involved and it almost died, like trying to make Poopy feel like shit about it. And Poopy's like, oh man, I'm sorry, that sucks. He was like, I'm just kidding. I've never been that close to an alligator in my life. It was so funny. Poopy was just like, he was so confused. He was just like, what? Anyway, it was such a good clip.
The funny part is recently I actually had to do that. So actually I feel kind of bad about saying that. I mean, at the time, yes,
it was funny. It was funny.
Everybody thinks everything's Florida man, right?
Well, Florida person. I'm telling you, there's so many stories of Florida with Florida people, and it's like crazy shit. Like, why?
Oh yeah. Oh no, there's some definitely funny and hilarious shit here. I mean, I could definitely tell some stories that would actually make people crack the fuck up, and I don't want to do it right now unless you want me to do it, but
oh, I don't care. What's like the craziest shit that would not get me canceled? That
not get you canceled. Okay.
Yeah, don't get me canceled.
Wait a minute, what would get you canceled? Like how far?
It can't break terms. So you could message Snide and ask him, because he's looked thoroughly at the terms of service for Twitch and YouTube.
So this is a story about a person who took too much Viagra. Is that gonna be okay? If I can say the word penis or
yeah,
dick
that's
or
fine.
like that.
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
can say that. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, I was.
Mama Bear's from Florida. Mama Bear's from Florida. Before you continue, just remember that's who followed, and they're from Florida. And that's who followed when you were talking about that. So anyway, go ahead, Pew Pew.
Okay, so I'm a law enforcement officer, right? So sometimes you have to respond to calls for service. And sometimes the people that are calling like 911 are like, you know, they're out of sorts, right? And if they're out of sorts of a certain type, EMS is coming or fire is coming to them, but they call us and they're like, hey, what we do, that'd be great, because they're concerned that they don't want their people to get hurt. And that's absolutely a very...
It's valid. Totally valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a call that there's a guy who says his penis has ruptured.
What?
Okay. So me and my
Ruptured?
partner, we go. Yeah, ruptured. So we go screaming over there. This guy comes out of his apartment. He's like, I can't control it. Everything's so bad. So he is, I wouldn't call naked, but he's wearing a pair of like I wouldn't call it white boxers. I think blue, like light blue boxers. And the entire front of his pants is covered in blood. So,
Oh my
as a
gosh.
guy, I'm freaking out already because I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Because I mean, if somebody was running up to me holding their crotch with a blood there, I'm already like, oh my fucking god, dude, like this is bad. So what happened is he had taken too much Cialis. I don't even know if Cialis.
Cialis? Is
Yeah, yeah.
Cialis like Viagra? Thank you very much
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the resub solution. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So he had taken too much. It had been way too many hours, and he was like, "Well, I called them, and they said just rub it out." And I'm like, give the fucking thing an Indian burn? What the fuck are we doing right now?
You're supposed to stop when it hurts, you dumbass.
Yeah. So he was just holding his shit, and it was just blood all over the entire thing. Dude.
Oh
It was
my
so
God.
fucking bad. And it was, and then I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do right now, man. I mean, I'll be dead honest with you. And it was really hard to not laugh because it was actually pretty funny, but not funny. That's how law enforcement is. Like sometimes you're like, oh, okay. And then sometimes you're like, oh my god, that is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Yeah, so that dude ended up with 47 stitches.
My gosh, that's so many.
Yeah, it ruptured his entire member. That's the best way I can explain it without saying the word dick.
So in other words, he was trying to bust a nut and he bust way more than just a nut.
No. So he had taken Cialis. I think it's close to maybe Viagra or
Viagra?
something like that. Yeah. But so what's supposed to happen is if you maintain a stiffy or whatever beyond a certain time frame, you're supposed to go into the doctor, right? He didn't do that. So he basically had a super erection for 20 something plus hours, and you're supposed to contact them if you have an erection that lasts more than 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They say that on all the commercials. Anybody would know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. I mean, it was pretty.
And that is why
Gnarly.
you're supposed to call after 4 hours and not wait. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
or just don't fucking take.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to take fucking Blue Chew or whatever, you better fucking be ready to call the doctor.
Gosh. It's was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Was it worth it?
I didn't know.
don't think
he
so.
did not seem like it was worth it. He's like, it's not worth it. And he was fucking off the charts, bad. I was like, dude, this is not something I've ever even called in on the fucking radio. It was bad. I was like, okay, yeah, EMS can go ahead and roll in here and.
I can't imagine waiting
and
until that
every
point.
time well, see, the other part is when you're a law enforcement officer, you call EMS and they say, well, what's the problem? They want you to give a semi-diagnosis, right? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
he is bleeding from his penis. That's the best thing I can give you.
I'd be like, there's blood everywhere.
No, I could have done that, but
Shameless plug. I've got the guide up on the website. It's lilydognation.com. And then you can go up to gaming and EVE Online burner missions. This is the guide. It's not, there's still some stuff that's not quite refined. I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress, but a lot of them are completely done. So Team Hawk and Team Enyo, those ones should be good. 100% done. So it's got the fits. You can just click and it'll copy it to your clipboard. And then it'll say, so like this one's the Garmer, and then here's the instructions, real simple and as concise as I could get without missing any really pertinent information that I felt was necessary after I did it. Because not everybody thinks the same way, and I have more of a mind of someone who is new to the game, so I tried to make it as noob friendly as possible. Any lingo like Logi, I've got the, you know, like my version of the definition over here, or it might be down below, or it might be here, but anyway, the asterisk. So Logi is short for logistics, which usually refers to a support ship in the context of EVE Online. And then prop too. So it's like, you know, those words, you just say them because you learned them. That's how people talk about the game, but you don't realize, wait a second, this is like shop speak, right? If somebody isn't used to the game, they're not going to know what I'm talking about. I don't want people to feel like it's out of reach because they don't understand half of what I wrote. So if there's anything in this guide that you're like, oh, this needs to be fixed or this needs to be done, blah, 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 don't hesitate to message me on either DM me on Twitch or on Discord. Let me know. If you randomly tell me, I might forget. So messaging me is definitely a much better way to make sure I actually do it. But yeah, if there's anything that you're like, I think this is not noob friendly, maybe change it to this or something, like I'm happy to hear it and happy to take notes and make changes where I think it'd be good. But anyway, yeah, so there's this here, and the Enyo fit that I'm wearing or using is this one right here. Wait, no, not that one. Hold on. Not for that. It's a base fit. It's for the Serpentis base. So it's the 3 Talos Serpentis base. And this is the fit. The Enyo Serpentis base right here. And then here's the instructions. And it works really well. You just have to follow the instructions, because if you stop your ship or you fly straight towards the Taloses, or, you know, let yourself get within 10,000 meters of the turrets, yeah, you're gonna be in trouble. Okay, let's spin the grand prize wheel for Lego Maniacs. And then we're gonna figure out who we're gonna raid, and we're gonna bring a message and show them that we love them and raid them and make their day, because it's fun. Bring the party somewhere else. Oh, grand prize down here. There it is. All right, so the grand prize wheel, for those that might be new here, there's a lot of really good stuff on here. There's also, I wouldn't really call these whammies, but they're as much of a whammy as you can get on the grand prize wheel. Basically, if you land on one of these one ship, one fitted ship wheel, you will spin the ship wheel and you'll spin the fitted ship wheel. And that is what you'll get for your price. But there's a whole bunch of really good stuff on here that's worth more. I just can't upkeep. I want to make sure that I'm a good steward of all the wonderful things you guys donate. So I make sure, I do have a lot of really good things on here, but I also have those one ship, one fitted ship wheel thingies. There's like 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on here out of 24. Not bad. Not bad odds, guys. Not quite teal, but it's nice. So yeah, there's a whole bunch. You can see what's on here. See, there's the black body. This one, yeah, Caldari was telling us all kinds of things about some of the skins. Did you guys know that if you get a certain amount of kills on the black body drift, it unlocks visuals? And the same with the, what was the other one? Black body was that way, and so was the new skin. The new skin that Hot Callie, Coco, and Z got, the Pride of the Federation, is the same way. If you get 7 kill marks on the ship while you have that skin going, it'll permanently unlock the extra visuals, like the VFX and stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, is so cool. There's so much cool stuff with it. Oh my god, they're so cool. I can't even get over just how much extra detail are in some of those. So. Ooh, dungeon time. Alright, so let's go ahead and I will spin this wheel for you. This is for Lego Maniacs. No! Got the fitted ship wheel. It was so close. Just so you know, I don't have any weighted like odds on those. It's literally equal odds on all the pieces of the pie. You can tell because down here, the weight down here. Damn it! Stop it! Yeah, down here, weight off. If I was to turn the weight on, then I would basically be changing the sizes of the pieces of the pie. Yeah. So yeah, no different odds. It's all the same. So let's spin the ship wheel and the fitted ship wheel and see what you get. Yay! You got an executioner from Bucket. So let me get that one off of there. An executioner. Yep, ship and fitted ship. Yeah. You actually have a chance to get the fit that I've been using. Oops. Have to. Alright. So there's that one, and then I'll take you to... Oh wait, did I remove it? I did remove it. Fitted ship wheel. So there's not a whole lot on here, but there's a lot of... So the Serpentis base burner assault frigate fit. That's the Enyo that I've been flying. And this is the same fit right here. The other options you might get are the fitted Retribution in Jita that was from Barnaware, and then there's a fitted Wolf from Can. So let's see what you get. Like I said, there's more that should be on here, but I just haven't put them on. Fitted Retribution in Jita from Barnaware. Let me